What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Professor Anime and welcome back to another video. In this video, guys, I am here to bring you all my review of Re:Zero episode 19. So let's get this started. Oh man, this episode of Re:Zero, this episode just brought a smile to my face. It really did, because, and let me tell you why. But before that, I did a live reaction to this episode. In case any of you are interested, I'll leave the link to the live reaction in the description down below in case you all want to check that out for yourself. But anyways, back to the review. Like, the reason why I just had a smile on my face throughout the entirety of this episode was because we actually get to see a change from Subaru. I mean, at the end of episode 18, we did finally see a change in Subaru's personality, and he is now ready to actually take the extra step to do what it takes in order to actually do what he can to get help from others and, you know, just fight these obstacles that have always been in his path. I mean, just seeing 18 episodes worth of Re:Zero, of, you know, just seeing havoc, chaos, the mental instability of Subaru's character, you know, it's hard to look at sometimes, to be honest with you. It really is, because we're seeing Subaru constantly die, and because of this, because of other people dying around him, especially from his actions, you know, he just simply gave up. He didn't know what to do anymore. He was always running away from the problem. But after last week's episode that we saw, you know, Rem finally motivated Subaru to actually step up his game, you know, we now get to see that change in Subaru in this episode, and I just really loved how the direction of, you know, his new personality was executed in this episode. I mean, Subaru just had full-blown confidence in this episode. We see Subaru gain the support of Crusch, which is awesome because Crusch is very hard in order to negotiate with. I mean, we saw Subaru coming up with valid evidence and excuses as to, you know, try to gain the support of her, you know, make her trust him a little bit more, even if he had to lie, so to speak, but he gained the support of Crusch nonetheless. And also, he ended up gaining the support of Anastasia. When it comes to Priscilla, on the other hand, she actually didn't appear in this episode at all, and I'm actually very surprised that he didn't try to go after Priscilla as well, because if you remember in, you know, the last two episodes, we saw Subaru trying to gain the support of Priscilla, Crusch, and Anastasia. He was able to gain the support out of two characters in this episode, but Priscilla was missing. But then again, when it comes to Priscilla, we don't really know if Subaru would be actually able to negotiate with Priscilla in the first place, because when it comes to Priscilla, you know, it's gonna take a lot. Regardless though, Subaru was able to gain the support of two high authority figures in, you know, Re:Zero, and that is what's awesome. He actually ends up gaining the support of them and actually gains the support of their fellow troops as well. And we actually get to learn a little bit more about Wilhelm Estrella. Apparently he is the grandfather of Reinhardt, which is very interesting. And apparently Wilhelm's wife is actually the first master swordsman who apparently was killed by the white whale. So seeing everybody in this episode, you know, they are joining forces and they are ready to take on the white whale, which is, you know, the first task that they need to take care of before actually, you know, going to the witch's cult and taking care of that problem. First, they have to take care of the white whale, because the white whale is a very deadly threat. But, you know, just seeing this episode, you know, when it comes to Subaru, I just loved it. They end up getting to the tree, they're waiting for the white whale, and then as soon as it comes, you just see one specific ground dragging moving toward the the white whale, and we see that it's Rem's and Subaru's ground dragon, and Subaru is just looking back to the troops, you know, fist in the air, and he is ready to go. You know, it's that Leroy Jenkins moment. It really is. And I just loved how that scene played out, because Subaru, he's full of confidence. You know, before we saw him running away from his problems, you know, but now he's running to the problem at hand, and he motivates all the other troops, Crusch included, to actually take on the white whale. Now, one person ended up bringing up the question in my live reaction / discussion of ReZero episode 19, and their question was, how are they going to be able to defeat the whale if it is in the sky? Very good question, and from what I'm supposing is going to go on is that, well, first let's talk about the white whale's powers. The white whale is able to cast an illusion, and this illusion is that apparently it can cast a spell on a specific individual in order to basically forget about people or what exactly they are doing. Now, and we saw that when the whale, when Subaru ended up first meeting the whale, it ended up casting a spell on Otto. Otto forgot Rem and forgot even the guy that was next to Subaru previously when they were traveling along in the caravan. So, you know, if you bring up the question as if, you know, is the white whale going to use that against the whole entire army? Will, you know, an illusion be cast to the whole entire army, and will they soon forget what they are doing, and then once they see the white whale, are they just gonna break out in chaos because they completely forgotten, you know, why they are there in the first place, you know? But my theory is that what is gonna go on, the battle strategy that is gonna go on, okay? Now, as we know it, Subaru did not come up with a well thought out plan heading into this battle, so that's a no-no right there. He basically said to everyone is that he is going to play as the decoy while everybody else takes care of the problem. But here is the thing, okay? What I guess is going to be going on is that the magic users are going to take down the white whale from the sky. If, you know, that's the only way on how the white whale can actually fight, is in the sky. The magic users are going to attack the white whale to get it out of the sky. And once it lands on the ground, then we're going to have the troops, you know, go full frontal force on that thing and stab the living shit out of it, you know? But yeah, I'm just very curious as to how this battle is going to be played, because the white whale is a very powerful opponent, obviously, and what we have seen of it, it has a very OP sort of spell that it can pretty much cast a spell and pretty much end up, you know, having, you know, certain individuals end up forgetting what they are exactly doing, or, you know, who, you know, was with them in the first place. The only reason that Subaru is unaffected by this is because, one, he has the spell return, or the ability return by death, and also for the fact that, well, he is from another world. So yeah, it is going to be very interesting to see this whole fight break out, but it's gonna come at a cost. It's gonna come at a cost. There is going to be death. I'm expecting death in this episode. There's going to be probably numerous troop deaths, but will we actually get to see a death from a major character? I don't know. We might even see Wilhelm die. I don't really know what exactly is going to go on. But what I do know is that the battle is going to be intense. They will eventually win. That is a given. But it's going to come at a cost. Now, something that I wanted to bring up really quick when it came to this episode, when we have that scene where Subaru is picking which ground dragon in order to bring into battle, I thought that scene was very interesting, because we go up and see Subaru pick this ground dragon, which he seems like he is very familiar with, and he has like this little flashback in which he remembers Amelia had it. Now, I don't know if this ground dragon is Amelia's or not, but we did end up seeing that, you know, the ground dragon was with Amelia at the time, and it made a brief appearance in that given episode. But what's very interesting to me was when Rem says this ground dragon is known for its extreme pride. As we know it, Subaru represents the sin of pride, as we have seen in these episodes of Re:Zero. So it was almost like a perfect match. We have Subaru, who represents the sin of pride, and then we have this ground dragon, which is known for its extreme pride. So you have this match that was just made to happen, and I just thought that was very interesting but funny at the same time. I'm not really sure if that played any significance regarding the other dragons, though, because there were more than 7 dragons in that line that Subaru could pick from, but I was also wondering, you know, could the dragons actually represent sins as well? And that also showcases which, you know, people will end up riding them. So I don't know, I was very curious on that as well. So yeah, I really think that about does it for my review of Re:Zero. Again, this was an awesome episode, and I just love that Subaru, you know, is now full of confidence now, and he's actually ready to solve his problems rather than run away from it. So next episode is definitely going to be a hype episode, because we actually didn't get to see the full-on battle between the white whale and, you know, pretty much everyone else. But in the next episode, we will see the battle of the white whale. So it's going to be a very interesting episode indeed. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments down below. Of course, if you like this video, don't forget to drop a like. It always helps out the channel. And if you dislike this video, then, I mean, you know, like the video. And if you want to stick up to date to my future content on this channel, guys, please hit that red subscribe button below, and you will never miss a video from me. That about does it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I love you all, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.